Hello guys, it is I, Jerry the Hee-Ho. I am back once again. Last week, I think it was, last week I recorded part 1 of my NCPL draft. Uh, this week, well, today at least, I don't know, depending on when this is uploaded, we will be taking a look at the C, D, and E tier mons that I drafted. Um, Nothing much more, nothing new. I can't speak. It's the morning. It's been about an hour since I've been awake. People are still sleeping, so I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. But whatever. Uh, there aren't any new. There aren't any news regarding like any rules and stuff like that, other than we have a Zmon, which means we get to pick one Pokemon that gets to have a Z crystal, as in only one of your Pokemon can use Z crystals. None of your other Pokemon can use Z crystals. Other than that, let's begin. Our first draft in the C tier is Flygon. Uh, Despite its rather mediocre stats, Flygon is actually incredibly good. It gets access to moves such as Defog and U-Turn and Roost for utility, and Pivot. But the main thing that Flygon got recently is that now it has access to a move known as Dragon Dance, which means he becomes faster and stronger. Now, Flygon's move pool is incredible. It has a lot of versatility. It can run Bandit, it can run Scarf, it can even run Specs. Uh, it serves more as a revenge killer because it's either gonna be too slow or it's not gonna hit hard enough. But thanks to Dragon Dance, Flygon can now be a setup sweeper, and he's gonna destroy everyone. He still has that weakness to ice, especially moves such as Ice Shard. And with top Lele being banned, which I'm still mad about, but it doesn't matter because someone would have taken it from me. It's weak to priorities such as Ice Shard. But yeah, that was Flygon. My second pick in the C tier, we have Beware or Bewoke. So Beware is bulky, incredibly bulky, has a massive HP stat, and the thing that makes Beware so special is it gets access to Fluffy. Fluffy, while it gives it a weakness to fire, it doubles its physical bulk. There's just like not much you can do physically to it. Especially you can work around it, but physically you're gonna have a lot of trouble. Beware hits incredibly hard and it has decent coverage. There isn't much to Beware other than that, other than he, like Deoxys defense, is an excellent hugger, except Beware can actually kill you. And my final C tier pick is a Mon that I drafted before, and it's also the only Mon not to die in Season 2 of the NCPL, formerly known as the TGFA. This Mon is known as Venomoth. Venomoth is pretty simple. It sort of is like Flygon, except it's just not as versatile. It has an amazing offensive typing. It's so good, Poison Bug. But its stats say otherwise. But thankfully, it gets Quiver Dance. With Quiver Dance, its special defense, its special attack, and speed are increased. And so, it's just another setup mon. Unlike Flygon, it's not as fast, it doesn't hit as hard, but it does get access to Tinted Lens, which means Pokemon that resist stab moves are going to take 50% more damage, meaning that they're going to take regular damage as if like it was neutral damage, which honestly is great for sweeping. It's only stopped by a few mods, but even then it doesn't get much coverage. It really doesn't. It gets Quiver Dance, Sleep Powder, Sludge Bomb, Bug Buzz, or you're either gonna have to get rid of one of them to have a hidden power of some sort, or you're gonna have no coverage. So it isn't difficult to wall a steel type such as a Heatran, for example. I'm not sure who drafted Heatran, I can't remember, but it is quite easy to wall if it's not going to set up. and mons with overcoat or grass types can easily switch into a sleep powder. Next up, we have my D tier picks. This is around the tier where I stopped carrying. I really did stop carrying. In C tier, I really wanted Swallow, but I didn't get it because I needed Venomoth because I needed that bug and poison typing. So the first mon that came to mind was actually Dodrio, and thanks to Dodrio's buff getting that plus 10 speed, Dodrio can now work even better. Now it has access to Sword Stance and Jump Kick, so it's an excellent. It now becomes an excellent set of mon. It's still incredibly frail, but it's still it's faster. It hits really hard. There isn't much else to Dodrio other than it's just better now. It's still not that great because it's incredibly frail, but yeah, Dodrio is gonna be fun to use. And finally, here's around the time where I stopped carrying. I took Smeargle. I used Smeargle before. It gets access to every move in the game, but its stats suck. It's not very good, but at least it gets access to Sticky Whips. At least I got myself Sticky Whips. Alright, I used to play OU a lot. Now I don't play OU as much as before, but this Pokemon did get me up to the 1800s in the OU ladder. It is Volvi. My final D tier pick is Volvi. And here's the reason why Volvi got me up in the ladder so high. On Gen 6, before Prankster got nerfed, it doesn't work in dark types. I use Tail Glow, by the way. Volvi gets Tail Glow and Baton Pass into a Scarfed Gengar. Not much lived. It took down a lot of things with that. It doesn't hit very hard, but access to Pranksters make it a very, very reliable Baton Passer, because it's it's decently cracked. It's decently fast, but it just doesn't hit that hard. Its physical attack is okay, but its special attack, you work with it, it's horrible. So those were my D tier picks. I just totally stopped caring after this. Completely stopped caring about the draft because I got everything I needed. So moving on to my E tier picks, we have Spinda as my first E tier picks. I should probably mention there are two. You could only draft 2 mons in E tier. That's it. No, there were 3 mons. I think it would have been way worse because we used to do 3 mons in E tier and it was awful. But yes, we didn't take this as seriously. So Spinda, don't sleep on Spinda. A friend of mine learned not to sleep on Spinda because Spinda gets access to Superpower and Contrary. Its stats are still mediocre. It's not easy. It's not easy to fail against it, but if you sleep on it, it actually gets work done. It has a colorful move pool. It just doesn't have the stats to work with it. Poor Spinda. Spinda. And my final pick of the league, and my final pick in E tier, is a Pokemon so powerful, no man can control its powers. Ladies and gentlemen, my final picks of this league is Nosepass. Okay, Nosepass is super pokey. It gets access to a lot of utility moves. It gets Thunder Wave. It gets Stealth Rock, Magikarp. But you must be thinking, why do you have Nosepass over Probopass? I did need a Rock type, but I honestly think Rock is the worst type in the game because I already have other Stealth Rock users. I have way better things than Nosepass, but I have a soft spot for Nosepass. I really do. It gets access to Pain Split to just get that health back up. It also gets Pivot in Volt Switch. Nosepass is an incredibly powerful Pokemon. No, it's not. Look at those attacking stats. Those attacking stats are laughable. They're horrible. But it does what it does, and it's fun to use. I'm not gonna like Nose Pass is fun to use. I don't know how people are gonna do this, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it within league format, which it just gets me excited. But you know, so those were my picks. But there's one thing I am missing, and that is my Zmon. Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, you only get one Pokemon that gets to use Z Crystals, and that Pokemon that I chose is Primarina. Primarina's move pool is amazing. I could have used Deoxys Defense, but Deoxys Defense, the thing about Primarina hits way harder. Primarina's move pool is not as colorful as Deoxys Defense, but it has the moves it gets can work wonders with Z Crystals, so that just gets me excited. And plus, Primarina gets an exclusive Z Crystal. That's also another reason why I wanted to use Primarina. The moves Primarina gets are Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Psychic. So I could use Psychium Z, Grassium Z, Icium Z, Waterium Z, but why would you want to use that when you could get Primarinium Z and Fairyum Z? There's probably more that I'm missing, but you know. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this draft video. I would recommend you guys to subscribe or something, I don't know. But week 1 should be coming in a few weeks because we haven't started, but you know. I'm just gonna say this ahead of time. All of my league matches will be post recorded because I can't do live reactions. I want to, but I just can't. I really cannot do live reactions because it's my house is just too noisy. I can only record Saturday mornings. Yeah. But yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next time in the NCPL. Yeah.